Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony. Why is this not working all of a sudden?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hold on.
It's a podcast again.
That's weird. Oh, I know why. There we go. Perfect. We are here. Good morning. If you hear the fan this morning on my laptop, it's because I turned that on. The wire's going to stay there. I had to change a bunch of wires between yesterday and today just to see if any of those were causing issues. But if you hear the fan today on my computer, it's because I want to make sure, do everything I can to make sure that this computer does not shut down over the course of this show.
That was so frustrating yesterday.
Well, the frustrating thing about yesterday was I finally got all of the cameras working, which took a little longer than it ever should have. And then 3 minutes into the stream, I heard, normally I know if my computer's going to shut down because all of a sudden the fan will turn on by itself in like super power mode.
What is the point though? Because it did nothing.
No, I don't know.
I think the cameras were messed up from my Zoom call on Friday.
Possibly, but whatever. We're here now, and that's all that matters. Okay. We do have a couple things on the list. First, the Soul Reader stream. That is going to go down on Thursday.
Yes, I'm going to drop the form in here right now. This is the form. In a second. This is the form you fill out if you want to call in and possibly have a reading done. I say possibly because just because you fill out this form does not mean that you get to call in.
Especially as the first time we're doing this, we don't know how long it's going to take with every person. We don't know. Even if we tell you, I should say, that you're going to be on, the Soul Reader might go on super long with two or three people and
So
push everyone back.
What? I can't. For some reason, it's not copy and pasting.
Why don't you?
Why? This is.
What's wrong?
I'm hitting copy and then paste, and it's not pasting.
Where are you trying to paste it?
To the chat.
No, it is not today, by the way. It's going to be on Thursday.
Let me see if I paste it here.
So.
Yeah, Thursday. And tomorrow night, you'll get an email that says, hey, you've been chosen to be on. This is the order you're going to call in because we don't have a producer that can do this. Yeah. So you need to basically produce this for us. So
you just have to be there on time.
If someone is first, like say Anthony was calling in, you need to know I'm after Anthony. When Anthony's done, I'm going to call.
Also, what I want to do right now is I want to test out, Hype Trend Level 5. I want to test out our phone line.
Okay.
So if you feel like calling, to just test it out. We're not going to ask any crazy questions. It is 201-305-0894. 201-305-0894. I want to see if that actually goes through and works. We'll see what happens. 201-305-0894. But there's a lot we're going to talk about today. We also have the fact that wedding season. Thank you, Audrey, for giving us a call. Appreciate that. Oh, it's working for me. Oh, that's Martha. Good morning.
Fuck.
Oh, hello.
That was weird.
Martha, can you hear us?
Yes, but it sounds like your hand is over the speaker.
Interesting.
It's very muffled.
That's
interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna see if Juan picks up if the connection is better there. So, thank you, Martha.
So bye. You look great.
Juan, good morning.
Good morning. I'm at Walmart. What do you need?
What do we need from Walmart?
Oh, pick up some Seattle gummies.
Real quick question for you, Juan. How does our microphone sound to you? Because you actually sound pretty good to us.
I am barely. You're very loud and very distorted.
Interesting. Okay.
That's
interesting.
What Andy said. Remember?
You sound like you're in the other room.
Okay.
Somewhere.
All right. Well, we will try to fix that. Thank you for calling us, Juan. We appreciate you. Oh, and Audrey, good morning. Hello.
Hello. Oh, yeah. I do think that your mic is distorted.
Interesting.
But I can hear you.
Okay, that's good to know.
So what do you got to fix?
I don't know. I'm going to have to fix that later on.
But what do you think it is?
No idea.
I don't know. Hey, can I fill in the form as well? I know I don't live in the U.S., but I'd love to fill in the form.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be U.S. based to be part of this. So
no, you definitely don't. The form just got put in the chat, so fill it out.
All right, Audrey, thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, I saw it.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you look great.
Y'all look great.
You look great.
Okay, so we are muffled as we come over, but everyone I think sounds good in the chat, right? Like Martha sounded good. Audrey sounded good.
Yeah, I heard them fine. But we need to make sure that
Yeah.
the callers can hear us and Amanda. Okay.
What?
What is that?
It's a fly of some sort. Let's see. Could it be picking up the sound from another mic? That's very possible.
I think it's a lightning bug.
Oh, wait. There we go. So maybe the mic was wrong.
Oh, was it picking up the computer speaker?
It says it was picking up the Easy Cam, which is over there. We're going to try one more thing.
This is so much fun, guys. It's not a lanternfly.
Okay, I think I changed the microphone if anyone feels like calling back.
I feel like I'm a cat when I see bugs because I'm always like, I spotted them. Anthony never sees them.
Cool. Let's see. Did you see the TikTok of the guy that found a lanternfly in his butt? I did not see that.
I don't believe it.
Oh, let's see who's calling this time. Lenny, good morning.
Good morning.
Ooh.
Just called to test this your setup.
Okay. Well, first off, your mic sounds fantastic.
How do
thank
we
you.
sound?
Why are you talking like that?
Could you say that again, Colin?
How do we sound?
Oh, you sound great.
Okay, perfect. So we don't sound distorted or anything like that to you anymore?
No, I think you guys sound fine.
Okay, I think it was the input that I had on the call, so I think we're good. Thank you for helping us check it, Lenny. We appreciate you.
All right, you look great.
You look great.
Can I put that bug outside?
Yeah, go for it. Do whatever you want. Just don't kick over the camera or anything in the meantime. It's like a tiny little moth or something. Okay, are you gonna inspect it? Or are you gonna catch it?
It looks fuzzy.
What are you gonna catch it with? There's a tissue.
But then I don't want to. I think it's a flea.
It's not a flea. I don't think you would see a flea from that far away. Aren't they like tiny? Okay, Sweeties by V, thank you very much for the, what do we got here? Oh, we got another call. Hey, who's this?
Hello, this is Ada Z from NYC.
Hey, Z from NYC, what's going on?
Good. You sound great.
Okay, cool. So I think we fixed the microphone, Carla Marie, because Z is now calling, and she says she can hear us fine.
Oh, hi. Hold on.
New York
Hold on.
City. Hi.
So
I think it may have
she
fell
can't
out of
hear-
the tissue. Oh,
There
hi.
we go. Okay. So how does Carla Marie's mic sound?
She sounds good.
All right,
Wait,
perfect.
Z from NYC, what is your first name?
Zeta.
Zeta.
That's right. Okay.
Zeta like Jada.
That's right. Okay, I won't forget now. Sorry.
All right.
Or just
Z,
call me Z as Zeta.
Z, appreciate you. Thank you so much. You look great.
Right, bye.
Cool. All right, bug is gone,
Well, I think it might have flown out of the tissue, but I wasn't sure.
but it's not in here.
I don't think. I don't know when.
Well, if he's out there, Pierre's going to eat him.
Because I didn't see
So
him.
you may have put him in a worse place than he was if you're trying to save the bug. Here's what?
What was he doing in here?
What do you mean? What was he doing in here? He was just being a fly.
No, that was not a fly. I've never seen anything like that.
Okay.
It had fuzzy feathers. Like
it was a bird.
It wasn't wing. No, for real. Like it looked like a little ruffled. It was smaller than my pinky nail, and its wings were like feathers,
Okay.
and there were spots on it, and it had a white head. Come on,
It's probably a moth.
it could have been a baby moth.
Okay. Moving on. Thank you to everyone who got us into Hype Train Level 6. We're 72% of the way there. Hype Train Level 4 yesterday.
Plus,
And if we get through Hype Train Level 6 today, technically, that's 2 Hype Trains on back-to-back days, which means, come on in, Jordan. Which would mean we should probably get 2 shots at that point. I don't know if there's enough material for it.
We
All right,
have
well-
you seen this place?
Just want to make
Thank
sure
you,
the source
Jordan.
material is there.
Okay.
We'll see if we get through Hype Train Level 6, but
All right.
appreciate
so
you, Jordan.
This
What do we
is
got
a
today?
grasshopper. Oh, day. Got it. Well, I Googled how to pronounce it. So, Gordon? Wrong producer.
Okay.
Jordan just said creme de menthe.
Okay.
But I was like, how do you actually pronounce this in French? And they say creme de menthe.
Clem?
Creme de menthe. And then it's creme de cacao.
Okay.
Cocoa. 1 part heavy or light cream. And I'm going to drop the recipe.
It is a bug-themed day. Thank you very much, Gillywagon.
I can't wait to the new season of Emily in Paris so I can come here and show all my new French phrases.
All right, cheers to you, Carla Marie. Cheers to everyone who supported the stream.
Creme de
Gillywagon,
menthe.
Jordan, thank you. Oh, wow. That's my favorite one. Without a doubt, that's my favorite one.
No, you missed that one that was really good that you weren't here for.
Cool. Thank you. This is my, hands down, my favorite shot. It's a
Better
grasshopper?
than the Carla Marie cereal one?
Yeah, this is, without a doubt.
Over?
No, there isn't a shot I have enjoyed more than this one.
No, the one that you weren't here for was the best one.
Okay, but I didn't enjoy it. That's what you're not understanding. I wasn't here for that. And if we
Banana
get through
split.
Hype Train level 6, then we'll have another one.
It was the banana split.
Okay, again, Carla Marie, what you can say, instead of telling me that I'm wrong, is you can say, you know what my favorite one was, Anthony? The banana split. You want to try this again? Man, that's my favorite shot that I've ever had.
Not mine.
Oh, what is yours, Carla Marie?
The banana split.
Wow, that is so wonderful. When did you have that? Did I not
When you
drink
weren't
it?
here.
Oh, okay.
I think there was a different other one that was better. Not better.
Oh,
this one
man.
I also loved.
What?
Not saying this is bad.
So why do you hate the grasshopper?
By the way, Jordan was sitting out there like this, watching, waiting for us to hit the hype train so she could make the shots.
I wasn't even paying. I was more concerned about the moth you thought was like a velociraptor or something.
Yeah. Oh, the orange dreamsicle? I don't think you had that one either. I don't know where you been.
The orange dreamsicle.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one, but let's see. Audrey, what did he do? Gifted a tier 1 sub,
Thank you.
which gets us to percentage level, whatever number, 89. And bam, 100, which means we will take another shot. Thank you, Audrey, for not only calling to help us check the lines, but gifting 3 tier 1 subs.
Jordan, fired up.
Fire up that grasshopper.
Oh.
What?
If we had a grasshopper mascot
What?
in here?
What if we had a grasshopper
Yeah.
mascot
Like
in
an
here?
actual one that lived in a little terrarium
For today?
forever.
Why would we do that?
Because it wouldn't smell like a hamster.
But why would we have any?
Like a class pet.
Oh, we could do that. We have 4 class pets. They're called cats.
We're going to have to start bringing one each day.
I'm fine with that. I almost brought Max yesterday when I was working in the evening. I almost brought Max with me. But here's my problem with cats and traveling with them. Do they, what do you do if they have to poop?
They'll be fine.
What
For
do you
how
mean they'll
long
be
are
fine?
you traveling with them?
I don't know. What if I want to take Max out for 3 or 4 hours?
She'd be fine.
She won't poop the whole time or pee?
On you, or what are you asking me?
She's
She
never-
won't need to.
Yeah, she's not going to have to go.
No, you just make sure you wait at least an hour until after they eat, and then you're fine. Because they're on a strict schedule. All of them, they poop in the morning and at night, basically.
Oh, okay.
I can check on the litter.
Yeah,
robot.
let me know
I know
Max's
Max's
times.
exact schedule.
When does Max poop? Because I could take her out between those times, before, after, whatever. I just don't want to interrupt her pooping schedule.
She'll be fine. Remember when we traveled across the country and it was 10 hours of travel?
And they didn't poop at all.
Or eat or drink.
Come on in. Oh, we got new shot glasses, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. Oh, and she's removing.
Wow, what a shot girl.
Thank you, Jordan.
We're going to need sparklers next time.
All right. Cheers to you, Carla Marie.
Wait, now you can actually see what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. It tastes like one of those hotel mints.
Hotel mint.
Like they put on a cruise mint. Like they put on your pillow after they clean your room.
And Andy's.
That's the one.
Yeah. So National Creme de Menthe Day is Friday. That's why we're doing this week.
Cheers to everyone who supported the stream yesterday and today. Sorry about yesterday's S show. Man, that's good. You all right there? What did you spill? On yourself? What the heck just happened there? How did you spill that way?
I'm not used to this shape class.
A cup? What do you mean? Show the class.
The rim was thicker than I expected. Oh my God.
All right, you're good. You're all right.
Good thing I wore these pants today.
Again, thank you to everyone who supported the stream yesterday and today. Yesterday we got to level 4.
We don't deserve your support.
And the whole stream went out. So we do have the Soul Reader stream on Thursday. So now that we tested the phone lines, we know it works. I know to check the microphones. Later today or tomorrow, we're going to use the content kittens to test out some other things.
Cool.
Because the Soul Reader, what is her name again?
Amanda
will be on Zoom with us.
Yes.
But she doesn't want to see everybody.
She doesn't love the idea of seeing the people that she's reading.
So you will be calling, and we have to make sure that everyone can hear one another from the calls to the Zoom and so on and so forth. So that is going to go down, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Thursday. And then wedding season is officially coming to a close, at least for
us.
2022.
For us. There's people have weddings after this.
No, I know. But it's like when you say hurricane season is over and then another hurricane comes later on. The season is over.
I'm not going to any more hurricanes.
You're not going to them?
No, because...
When did you go to a hurricane?
No, these weddings are like hurricanes, I'll be honest.
Okay.
This Saturday
Yeah.
will be the 7th wedding we are attending this year.
Really?
Yeah. We had 2 in January. My best friend Alex, Sean, Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
We had Amy Gillywagon's wedding.
Yeah. That was in June.
That was in June. There was one before that. Your friend Drew.
Yeah, that was in May.
We had Lindsay and Matt's wedding.
That was in July.
Kara and Matt's
Holy crap.
wedding. And there's one more missing.
And then, I mean, then next year, I know we already have 3, correct?
3?
Yeah, your niece.
3.
My brother Justin.
And your cousin.
My cousin George. So we at least have 3 next year.
And I was talking to someone about this, and they were like, why are we going to so many weddings all of a sudden now? And I was like, well, obviously COVID.
Yeah.
Physically, so many are happening now because a lot of these people just push back their life in general. But so many of my friends, like I went to, and I know you're different, but me personally went to like 2 weddings in my 20s. Like it just didn't have any. And now it's like everyone's like, oh, you go to so many weddings in your 20s, everyone's getting married. All of my friends that got married this year were over 30.
Yeah.
Everyone that I'm in my circle with have waited into their 30s to get married, waited on purpose or not.
Yeah.
So I'm going through that now, and people wanted to wait till they, careers first or had the money to do it on their own, whatever it may be. So it's been a wild few years of weddings, like nonstop. I wish I had a full count of how many I've been to ever.
Oh, I have no idea. I've been to so many because I also have a gigantic family.
Right.
So, and then part of like being in a large church community, a lot of those friends got married, so I went to those weddings, But yeah, the wedding season is over for us this Saturday. My friend Tommy gets married. If you remember when what?
Our friend Tommy.
If you remember, when we went on our first National Parks road trip, our first and second, Tommy was with us on both of those. He joined us on a couple podcasts. So he is getting married.
TZ.
And we'll be there. A bunch of, like the Roosevelt's guys will be there. So a bunch of my
excited.
friends from Jersey City. And, what, Carla Marie? From there, we'll be in Jersey for a week. So next week's shows, if they all work, will be from New Jersey. From the Jersey Shore specifically. Monday,
Beach
Tuesday,
Island.
and Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be in LBI, where I don't know much about. I've only been there for like a lunch. I've never stayed there.
LBI is where I did my after prom weekend.
Right, because you and fancy Ridgewood kids go to LBI.
A lot of Ridgewood kids will go to LBI, but also the reason we went there was my friend Greg. He had a family home, like the family I think shared the house with a couple people. But there's some story like his grandfather or great grandfather helped like build out LBI. Like I think there's a street named after his grandfather somewhere. Cool. So his family's had property there like since it was developed.
That's wild.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so we'll be there celebrating Mama Marie's 70th birthday. And the group of people that will be there have never spent a week together. We've never been on vacation. Like
that'll be fun.
It'll be very interesting. But we have a house. It's like 2 separate units, which is nice. So we'll be maybe some separation from half the group. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of us.
How many people?
Mom, Dad, me, you, Gabriella, Anthony, Krista, Travis, T, Ray, Ashley, Sal, kids, Alyssa, 15.
15 people.
Yeah, but
the whole time?
No, like
Oh,
some
okay.
people are going to come and go, work schedules, whatever. But I think there's like 13 of us the whole time.
Okay. And she did not count she did not count me twice. There are 2 Anthonys on this trip.
Yeah.
Vicky said, I missed it. Where are you going? We're going to be in LBI. Oh, Vicky, is this the same? Excuse me. Hold on. I choked on a grasshopper, maybe. Vicky, were we talking about Taylor ham, egg, and cheese sandwiches on Instagram? If we were, it's a good story. But, yeah, we're going to be down in LBI. What?
I don't know why my camera looks green today.
I don't know. What else? Okay.
I look like, am I turning into a grasshopper?
No. The next thing on the list, though, is my Achilles update. And
Not Aaron Rodgers.
no, but we are possibly twinning, I guess, me and Aaron.
Let's find out. But go ahead.
I think they're waiting for another exam tomorrow.
Today.
Oh, today.
Yesterday. I don't know. The report yesterday said he's getting his Achilles ultrasound or MRI on Monday. And I was like, next Monday?
Yeah.
No way.
It was probably just the writer thinking because it's football, it was Sunday. MRI today, says Becky from Miami.
Oh, it is?
Complete tear, says Lisa, out for the season.
Yes. Oh, my God.
I feel for him. And I'll give him a lot of credit, though. I mean, if it is a complete tear, right?
No, it is.
He went down, got up, and stood as strong as he was standing until he went down to the grass again. That man is tough.
But do you think he felt pain when he stood up again, or he just couldn't stand?
I think he was in a lot of pain.
You were still in pain, yeah.
Yeah. When it happens, there's a lot of pain.
Yes, but that's because he does all his darkness retreats.
Maybe.
Wow, he did 4 play. Like, the Jets are jinxed. There's no other way around it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was very impressive. I was actually wanting the Jets to win yesterday because the storyline.
After he went down, I did. I was actually cheering for them.
the script that they wrote this year. Sucks for Aaron Rodgers,
But, I mean, the way that he went down, stood up, and even the way he fell again, that when people were messaging me asking if I thought it was an Achilles tear the way he went down, I was like, there's no way. He was just standing up he was standing so well. Like he wasn't leaning on one side.
But he honestly probably thought he got kicked in the back of the leg.
Yeah.
And stood up. But when I when they do it in slow-mo, you actually see something snap in his calf, in the belly of his calf, which is called your gluteus or something.
Your calf
belly
muscle?
of your calf. The belly of your calf.
What do you mean the belly? What do you mean the belly of your calf?
This part of your
like
calf.
the meaty part?
Because there's like 4 sections of your
okay.
calf. The back part, the belly of the calf, is called gastro something, and it's related because it's belly gastro.
Okay. Yeah, it was funny. I was coming back from all of my appointments for my Achilles to watch the game, and as I parked, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be a couple minutes late for the game. I'll watch it when I get in there." Literally, as I parked, I got the update on my phone.
It was nuts.
Aaron Rodgers carted off the field, or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was. I was like, "No way!" And then I could not believe what was happening. And I think it's going to be very interesting because in the post-game interview we were watching with Zach Wilson, he was saying how, like, I was learning from him, but I also need to worry about, like, my own game or whatever it may be. So I'm curious to see if he is a different or just enhanced player this season because he just spent training camp. And
Yeah. I don't know if they had enough time together. I think that's the problem.
But if you're smart, you become a sponge in that time.
Yeah, but I just don't know if it's different going through training camp when everything is coordinated for you and regimented. I think he would have learned a lot had he watched Aaron go through this season.
I don't know.
You know what I
because
mean?
I think as a coach, you want your backup to follow this.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't following him. That's not what I'm saying is I don't know if he saw Aaron Rodgers do enough in that short time because they're both on the same schedule. They're both doing the same things. I'm sure he learned some things from Aaron Rodgers, but I think watching Aaron Rodgers as a professional, as a veteran, go through the entire season would have helped Zach Wilson a lot.
We'll see.
But
We love a storyline. By the way, the belly of the calf is called gastrocnemius. That is the back muscle.
okay. But yeah, my Achilles update.
Oh, yeah.
After we
The
talk
one we
about
actually
Aaron
care
Rodgers,
about.
is I had physical therapy for the first time in about 2 weeks, And we tried this thing. If you saw my Instagram story, it's blood flow restriction, BFR training. And they put bands that are inflatable on like my upper leg, like as high as I could get it. And then they pump it to 300 PSI. So it's now putting pressure there and restricting the blood flow to the rest of my legs. And the physical therapist, Rachel, was telling me the week before, she said, we're going to do this thing. We're not going to do a ton of exercises, but you're going to have to trust me. You are going to be gassed by the end of this.
So they're like inflatable
tubes.
like pool tubes, but they go around your legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you tighten them first, and then they get tightened even more. It was so challenging, like little things that I was doing. Even being on the elliptical I was on the elliptical for 8 minutes.
And what do you mean
I
challenging?
was exhausted.
Like you're tired?
Yeah, your legs,
Or they just hurt?
They don't hurt. They just get tired much faster.
I want to try it.
So, for example, after I got off the elliptical and did a little warm-up, they had me do the sideways, kind of like lateral walk where there's a band around my feet. So I have to kind of push out with my feet. With the band they gave me, I probably could have walked 100 steps before I even felt anything. My first go down the corridor, I was exhausted, and I had to do that 6 more times.
So, like, can I get those for, like, Orange Theory and, like, do them everywhere?
You could.
Well, am I going to look like a big idiot with swimmies on my arms?
No, they're not. They're not that big. They look like regular. They kind of look like sweatbands around your legs, or whatever body part you put them on.
Yeah, it's probably not good to do at Orange Theory.
Probably not, because you're also working out pretty hard for an hour. This was all I did the entire time I was there. I did the elliptical for 8 minutes. I did the sideways walks. I did a couple lunges and some leg presses, and that's it.
So Desiree's in here. She says she has to explain BFR to patients every day, but Martha's asking what is the benefit of it.
Well, I think She
said it mimics full loading without actual loading to help muscle hypertrophy.
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 So basically, it tricks your muscles into thinking you're pushing more weight or working harder than you actually are. Therefore, you're getting the results of training with more weight without putting that load on your injured body part. So
that's cool.
I was able to they had me on like the leg press sled thing. Pierre's out there with his neon jacket. Is that what it is?
No, wait. You got to see this guy.
Is it a backpack? Bringing Pierre in here. Oh, Pierre ran away. Whoa. Oh, he's got a whole hoodie and everything.
He's wearing a hoodie?
Here, hold on. I'll put him on. There you go. You can move him to your chair. There we go.
Look at you. You're so funny. Look, we can put snacks in here. Okay, you good? Oh, I forgot he can't jump. All right, goodbye.
I'll tell you what. I think this show is better than the Manning cast.
Oh, my God.
I will say, you know what? Let me finish the BFR training and all that and my Achilles stuff, and then we'll go back to Monday Night Football. If anyone watched the Manning cast version of Monday Night Football,
I love those guys.
They basically had the same game on 3 channels. It was on ABC and ESPN, same broadcast, and then it was on ESPN2 with the Manning brothers just doing a Zoom call, essentially. It was very similar to what people would do on Twitch, honestly.
It is, and I love hearing their takes because what they're like, oh, I would have done this. Or it's just cool being in the mind of a quarterback while you're watching a game. Let me tell you what. I now hate Ryan Fitzpatrick as a human.
He's so fun, though.
No.
He's a great personality. He just can't be trusted to join a broadcast on his own.
I don't understand how a network like ESPN is letting someone be on a national broadcast wearing AirPods.
Yeah.
AirPods.
Yeah. It's
and
not
like
great.
Anthony kept pointing out is Ryan Fitzpatrick kept putting on a helmet, like a football helmet as a joke. So now he's covering the microphones of the AirPods. And I'm like, I don't know how these idiot Manning brothers, love you guys if you're watching, but how did you not say, we can't hear you, dummy, take off the helmet?
Yeah. Their quality was actually really good.
They stepped it up.
They did. Because last year I remember watching one Manning cast and I turned it off because it was awful.
So I watched again, but
But back to the Achilles. So I did the blood flow restriction training. So I did the side steps, lunges, and leg press.
Yes.
And they had when I was doing like a single leg press, there was almost no weight on the sled.
Really?
But I was doing 30 reps for 3 sets.
With no blood in your legs.
And I was exhausted by the time I finished. I went from 30 reps to 20 to 30. And the goal was to do 30, 30, 30 with everything. It was exhausting. I don't know how you do BFR training by yourself. Like I don't know like if you can just like restrict your own blood flow without knowing what you're doing.
Oh.
So I wouldn't say go do this at the gym today.
What if you lose like blood in your leg forever?
Exactly, which is why I want to make sure I'm not trying to encourage people to do this on their own. What, Carla Marie?
Go ahead.
Oh. But it was definitely challenging, and it's the first time that I've gone through physical therapy through the full day and felt like I did a real workout.
Wow.
Like I was sweaty, I was tired.
So Erica asked, why hadn't you been to physical therapy in 2 weeks? You don't have to go. Is basically the
When was the last time I went?
I guess you said it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's not that it's not a bad thing.
No.
They don't have you going.
No, there was up until this point, up until I got to the 12-week mark, a lot of it was just doing exercises at home. And insurance only gives you a certain amount of physical therapy sessions that are covered. So when I was meeting with the main physical therapist I work with, her name is Jack, we were trying to figure out how to extend the amount of physical therapy sessions I have. And she was asking me, she's like, well, how do you feel about doing exercises on your own? If I just gave you a sheet, basically, can I trust you to do these on your own?
Most people cannot be trusted.
And I have been. So because of that, because they gave me basically like homework to do, I got to space out some of my sessions. So obviously I won't be doing physical therapy next week because we'll be in Jersey, but then I come back and do that for a while. So what's wrong?
We're trying to put the You Look Great link in the chat. It wasn't letting anyone do it.
That's weird.
All right, so
Are we
how
good?
many more sessions do you have?
I think I may have done 8 sessions so far. So I think I have 12 left. Which when I get back from Jersey, I'll be doing it every week. And then when I get back from Jordan, I'll finish it out. So I'll be done with my physical therapy probably by the end of the year.
So Aaron Rodgers could be back for January.
No. Because then I went from my physical therapy session and I had to drive out to Issaquah. So I went from Bellevue to Issaquah. And I had my appointment with the orthopedic specialist who first saw me.
Love that guy.
Great guy. Dr. Magnuson.
He's so fun. I want to
Yeah.
hang out with him.
He was asking me how I was feeling, all this stuff. We talked about the BFR training I had just done. And I was telling him out the really disheartening part about this thing has been I took off the cast, the boot, and I was able to move around a little bit more. And when I first got to the gym and I was able to do like leg or calf presses, essentially, like calf raises on the leg press machine, I was able to do it with my right leg fine because that wasn't injured, and I was doing it with like 90 pounds. And I tried to do it with my left, and I took all the weight off, so it was like the 20 pounds that are normally on there, and I got zero movement. Like I couldn't press down at all. And I told him I was so like disappointed that day that I just left the gym. I was like, I got to get my mind was not in the right place after that. And even though I've been progressing with physical therapy, the fact that I can't push off with my left foot at all,
Crazy.
it sucks. And I keep questioning whether or not it's ever going to come back. And he assured me, he's like, listen, I know that it sucks, but this is a year-long process. He's like, I think based on your recovery that you'll be done with it before most people, but it's still going to be 9, 10, 11 months of feeling like you're making a little bit of progress and then you fall back, and then you make a little bit of progress and you fall back.
But Aaron Rodgers does ayahuasca. So you should do that
I
too.
don't think that's for your calf
And
muscles,
you might
though.
do it. First calf.
Listen, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers will bounce back He is, I think, a year or two older than me. But he also has 24-hour access to like the best training and strength and conditioning
That's what
staffs
I'm
in
saying,
the world.
man.
So
Playoffs, Aaron Rodgers.
no, there's no way he's
They're going to
back.
fuse it together with mushrooms.
There's no way Aaron Rodgers is coming
So
back this season.
Anthony, you should go on like ESPN, Sports Center, Scott Van Pelt as an Achilles expert.
You know, Scott.
No,
As
no,
someone who-
wait, stop it.
What?
Okay, you're on the Scott Van Pelt show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have my glasses. Damn it. It's going to be him.
Well, are you going to be him or are you going to stare at me?
Getting in the zone.
Okay.
Now, Anthony, you had an injury earlier this year.
Yeah.
You know, back in June.
Yeah.
Do you think Aaron is back this season?
Listen, Scott, I know that when I was training for the Champions of Change celebrity basketball game, that I really had high hopes that I'd be able to play after I hurt myself. And I'll tell you what, I'm now 3 months into my recovery journey. I don't see it.
Wow.
Aaron, it doesn't strike me as a super strong man. Doesn't strike me as someone who works out a lot. So I don't think he's doing it.
You're telling me that an NFL legend does not work out a lot?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he throws the ball really well.
Now, what do you think about all these natural things the man is doing for his life, you know? He goes on these retreats. Do you think that's going to help his Achilles?
No, I think it'll help his brain. I don't think it's going to help his
Which
Achilles.
Would help his...
Scott, he's not coming back this year. Let it go.
You heard
give
it
it
here
up.
first, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up.
Anthony Achilles.
It will be interesting. Also, in all seriousness, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers plays again
I agree. I'm not Scott
Which
Van Pelt.
sucks.
I'm me.
because there were really high hopes for the Jets. There were high hopes that he, I'm sure, had to like show that he could win somewhere outside of Green Bay.
When you go work for a team like the Jets, you need to know about the Jets jinx.
Yeah, but yeah, he's done.
Like, what are Jets
Because-
fans saying today?
He's going to be recovering. He turns 39 in December. I think I looked it up yesterday. I think his 39th birthday
No,
or maybe
40th,
40th birthday. So he's going to be doing this recovery at 40 years old. It's just not easy to come back and then play a sport like football.
And it's not because, like, he's out of shape or anything. It's just once, like, it's 25, 30, and 30. Like, there are certain things that happen to your body
Yeah.
that no matter what you do, you're still aging. And, yeah, you can do things to slow it down, but it's hard to bounce
Let's
back.
see. Ben said Aaron Rodgers is going to retire after getting a nice paycheck from another team, from a brand new team. Well, I think he's signed for over a year with the Jets, so they have to pay him out
Well,
his entire deal. Like, what if you get injured on the field? They can't cut you and not pay you. I don't think they can, at least. Now, the NFL does have some wacky rules where teams can get around paying players, but I think at least for this season, he's guaranteed his. What was he getting paid? $30 million this year. Aaron Rodgers
could you imagine?
yearly.
Now, I need to know, do they pay, like, that? They don't have.
Hold on, let me. He's set to earn $75 million for 2 years.
That's just $75.
Yeah, well, $75 million over 2 years plus a $1.8 million annual salary.
So you make, well, that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't there something where NFL players, they like, yes, there's like an insurance they have, but it's not like they have to buy their own insurance.
I don't know.
There's something weird.
You can buy insurance policies on top of your own contract,
I
but
know.
like,
Like
they're not
Aflac.
paying. They're not paying. No. They're not paying for their medical bills. The team pays if they get injured during a game. The team pays for those
That's
bills.
true.
But you can also, as an NFL player, what you can do. Usually, this happens in college. You can get insurance policies for your career. So, for example, if you're your moth buddy is still here. If you're
I went all the way outside for no reason.
quarterback, or you're a running back, right? You can sign an insurance contract, an insurance deal essentially, where if you get a career-ending injury in college before you make it to the NFL, this insurance company pays you out.
That's great.
I can't think of the running back who did it from South Carolina, but he had two ACL injuries. Got an insurance policy
And they
that
let
way.
him?
Well, the whole insurance policy was he got it before his second injury. And if he gets an injury that he can prove kept him from either playing in the NFL or playing like meaningful games in the NFL and never played again, it was like a I think $5 million insurance plan, and it worked for him.
But like, also, you don't know that this insurance company doesn't know that you were actually going to be drafted.
For some, you have to be able to prove there is value. Like, and this guy, had he not been injured twice in college, probably would have been a first-round pick. Yeah. Why can't I think of Lattimore? Feels like South Carolina.
He's probably going to eat holes in our Feltrite tiles.
Marcus Lattimore. I think I was right. Yeah, running back. There you go. You can look up Marcus Lattimore if you'd like. He was a great running back from University of South Carolina. He was supposed to be great in the pros, but injuries kept him back. But thankfully, he had a
That's crazy.
insurance policy. Now, Achilles update is over. I can possibly, fingers crossed, snowboard this season.
Did you put your deposit on your...
I did. And Magnuson, my doctor, said that if it turns out that my Achilles keeps me from snowboarding, he can actually write a note that I can then take to...
And that note will work?
Yeah, they actually have a policy, an injury policy.
Oh, that's great.
It started with COVID.
What do you use? What is this?
Epic Mix.
Epic.
It's the Epic Pass.
So it's basically like...
all the resorts in America that are under the Vail Resorts umbrella, and then they have partnerships with other resorts as well.
Cool.
Here locally and overseas. So I can, hopefully by the end of the year, snowboard. I can box, which I'm very excited to go back to title boxing classes and
Maybe
get
I'll go with you just for one.
Some cardio in. And most importantly, I can get a petty. Poppy's getting his petty tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
Where are you going?
Probably down the street. I'm just excited.
You know,
I've been doing my own foot care routine, and I hate it because I don't like feet.
I'm going to come with.
Why? Why do you want to? Why you're going to come with me to everything now?
Mommy
Boxing?
needs a mani. I do, but I'm actually going to get a pedicure because I'm going to have my niece do my nails when I'm home, and I don't need her to do a pedicure.
Okay.
But, super exciting. Your cousins at Young Nails are going to send me a nail kit thing. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to entail.
Okay.
But I'm going to do a stream with them where they teach me how to use it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I feel like we've been talking about that for a while.
It's finally happening and should be delivered today.
Let's see. Jolly Russian Buddhist, who is my brother who also tore his Achilles, said, be extremely careful with snowboarding. I snowboarded after, and it's a lot of constantly small stress on your ankle. I do know that. But the interesting thing about snowboarding is a snowboarding boot is very similar to a actual walking boot in terms of keeping your ankle stable. Now, there's a lot of pressure on your calves when you're snowboarding, especially when you're on your heel at your toe edge, because you're pressing down and you're trying to carve that way. Mm-hmm. So I really just have to make sure that I can do, I can put enough pressure on my calves. And I've been a pretty good snowboarder most of my life. I'm going to be taking it very, very easy. It's really just to get on the mountain and kind of like cruise down the hill for a little bit.
Okay.
Now, Carla Marie, you have a list that we've been trying to get to for a while.
For a year.
Bad first date questions.
So these were on BuzzFeed.
Okay.
And there were 100 of them. And I started going through them. They weren't supposed to be bad. They were, this is what you should ask on a first date.
Oh, there were suggestions.
Yes. And I went through them and I was like, all right, we're going to pick these apart. Because some of them might be good. Some of them are idiotic.
Okay.
And just... not that they're stupid questions in general. They may be things you want to know about someone. But let's keep this in our minds this whole time.
Okay.
First date, you just met the person.
Okay.
Okay? We're on a first date.
Okay.
What is a saying you try to live by?
Shut up. Get out.
Could you imagine?
What is a saying you try to live by?
If someone asks me that, I'm going to say YOLO.
Okay.
Like, what am I going to say to
But
that?
now you have to answer it. So
I
saying
just did YOLO.
That's not what you actually
If
live
someone
by.
asked me on a first date, I'd be like, you only live once, bro?
What was the last YOLO thing you did, Carla Marie?
Everything.
Like what? Give me an example of one YOLO thing you've done in 2 years.
In 2 years, I said yes to taking a sports job when I know jack shit about sports.
Oh, a really cool job with a really great sports franchise?
YOLO!
Oh, man. What a risk.
No, YOLO doesn't have to mean a risk. Like, you could spend money to do something you probably shouldn't spend money on.
Okay, getting paid by a really cool sports franchise?
Example, that wasn't.
Okay, so what is, give me a YOLO example.
I hate this date. What is the saying you live by?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have any sayings I live by.
Okay, well, answer it.
A saying that I live by. A saying that I live by. I don't know. This date's terrible.
Okay, I'm going to see. Okay. Get out. Martha said, get out. Oh, no, my saying, throw them in the garbage, actually. They'd be like, what? Okay. All right. First date question. Do you keep in touch with people you don't see regularly?
Yes. Great question. Next.
You're a liar.
What are you talking about?
You're the worst texter caller in America.
I'm a bad texter, but that doesn't mean I don't keep in touch with anybody. I don't see my brothers very often. We have a group chat.
Do you keep in touch with people you don't see regularly?
Yeah. The answer is yes. If the answer was, do you keep in touch with everybody you don't see regularly? I would say no, because it's impossible. But thanks to 3 group chats that I'm in and 1 Wordle chat, 1 Wordle text thread, I keep in touch with people. Like, I haven't seen my friend Richie in person probably since Stagecoach 2 years ago. And I text him almost every day.
That's wild.
I haven't seen some of my friends from Jersey City in over 2 years.
But you didn't even know he had a girlfriend and that they moved in together and that they had a dog. I told you that. And that was months ago. So, like, what are you texting about? You're not asking about his life?
First off, that's none of your business. Secondly, I'm going to continue with who I keep in touch with. There's another group chat, which Richie is in, and that's how I found out some more information about what he's up to. But that's with a bunch of my friends from Jersey City. It's like basically everyone who lived in the same apartment building.
Is that the bro chat?
That's the bro chat. I haven't seen some of those guys in 4 years. My brothers, obviously, I don't see them very often. And the content kittens. Besides Dallas, when we saw John
and
Camucci.
And Ricky.
I'm speaking of John. I hadn't seen him, I think, since he was here for your birthday. Which was not this year, the year before. Yeah. So it's almost a year and a half or so. So I would say yes, I do keep in touch with people. Also, this is a terrible date because you won't let me answer a question. You're calling me a liar. Continue.
If you're working on a team, what role do you take on?
Ooh. If I'm working on a team.
This sounds like an interview question.
It does. This isn't like a fun. Why would you ask someone that on a first date?
Right. Great question.
But if I had to answer it, I would say I'm usually I'm like probably the workhorse of the team.
So you're not going to be the leader?
Sometimes I am if I feel like I need to be, but sometimes I can just sit back and let someone else do it.
Cool. What kind of beans do you get at Chipotle?
Black beans. Great question. I get a half scoop of black beans because I'm not trying to fart all day. What about you?
I do black beans. Full scoop.
Okay. Well, this date's over then.
You would not say fart on a first date either.
I would not be on a first date with someone who asked me what kind of beans I get at Chipotle.
But you don't know. You just met them on Tinder.
I'd also say I go to Qdoba. Thank you very much.
Ooh, but that was on the list, by the way.
What?
That stupid question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming it's on the list. Yeah. You read it.
Do you think that money makes the world go round?
Yes.
Cool. Next question. If people went to jail for bad habits, what would yours be? Not going to jury duty.
It's not bad. No, that's something that could actually send you to jail, I think. What bad habits do I have? Staying up too late.
Okay.
Not getting enough sleep is probably my worst habit. Something that I need to actively work on.
Wait, he's moving?
Yeah, he just flew to the ground.
He's going to eat the rug.
Maybe. What about you? What are some bad habits that would send you to jail?
I wouldn't go to jail. I don't have any.
Okay.
I don't know. What would send me to jail?
Probably anything related to, like, cleanliness.
You're a dick. Because you know what? You say this all the time. I deep clean.
You're not. No. I had this conversation with my brother Michael, actually, recently. You're not.
About me?
No, it was about, he was talking about himself, and I said, you're actually kind of similar. You're not dirty.
No.
You're just messy. And there's a difference. You could be clean and messy.
That's fair.
You could also be organized and dirty. You are not dirty. You are messy. You leave things everywhere. There's no organization, which ends up making you late for things. It makes you more frazzled.
You can never find your damn wallet. We had to put a tile in everything you owed.
Oh, my God. First off, we didn't. I don't know why you're making this a we thing. I put a tile on my keys to separate them from yours. Thank you.
Maybe we should have went on a real first date and had these conversations.
Unbelievably. Yeah, and messy does not mean dirty. So when I say you are messy,
But you can't say things have to do with cleaning then, because the opposite of cleaning is dirty.
no, that's not true. Because dirty, I think if you call someone dirty or you say someone is dirty, you're usually insinuating there's like a filthy element to it, right? Like unshowered, whatever. That's not you. You're messy, meaning you don't put things away, which still means you can still clean up. Okay. Right?
Okay, well, you know what? You're dirty.
Okay. Okay. It's obvious that it's very easy to have productive conversations with Carla Marie.
You've never scrubbed the toilet once.
That's not true. You're just literally here lying.
I've never seen you do it.
I don't ask you to watch. What are you talking
Add that
about?
to the list. Do you clean your toilet?
Yes.
Ah.
The answer is yes.
Do you have your red receipts on?
No.
Do you?
But
even
also,
have
I'm an
them?
Android, so
Date's over. Should have been the first question. I do not have my red receipts on. No, thank you. I read your text and I mark them on red and then I answer you in 4 days.
Honestly, if you've got an Android, there's a chance that you can see like my red receipts or whatever, the bubbles.
The bubbles?
Yeah, it shows you bubbles when they're typing.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty
that's not
sure-
just red receipt. Like it'll say under the text, it'll say red. Like it'll literally show that they read that text.
I don't think I ever really had to worry about it because for a while it wasn't a thing on Android. And I text so many people with iPhones that I never had to worry about it. I need to double check now because I think with Android you can have that. And I may not have turned that off, and I need to turn that off.
Yeah, because then people are knowing you're ignoring them.
Yeah. Well, also the other thing that happens, it happens on Instagram all the time, is
I hate it. I hate that it's on Instagram.
well, the problem with Instagram is sometimes I'll open up a text and realize it's a really long thread.
I can't read it right now.
Or whether it's text or Instagram. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get back to it. But the person thinks I read it, even though
Right.
I told myself I'd get back to it, which then I usually never do.
Instagram tip trick is a trip. You put your phone in airplane mode, go into Instagram, and then you can open it and it won't show them anything.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot of energy.
Yeah, I learned that from.
I'm just going to let people think I'm ignoring them.
Okay. Do you put empty milk cartons back in the fridge?
Well, how would you do that?
Why is that a question to ask? I don't know. And why would someone do that? I don't know. Why would that be on for what?
That is the dumbest question so far.
I know. That is on the list of things you should ask on a first date. Although,
Is this why people are having bad first dates?
if someone said yes, then I immediately am not going on a second date.
But if someone asked that question, I'd also not go on the date.
It's fair.
Like if I sat down, we're having some nice sushi, enjoying a drink, chatting it up, and they're like, oh, by the way, tell me about your empty milk carton habits. Like I throw it in the garbage like a normal person.
What kind of milk do you drink?
Whole.
Blech.
I'm a whole milk guy. I don't do anything 50% or 20%, you know? I do everything 100%. Don't give me that skim bullshit, that watery milk.
You don't like
Ooh.
oat milk?
Huh?
Oat?
No, I actually, and it's not like a, oh, give me real milk type of thing. I don't like the consistency of any milks that aren't whole milk.
Whole milk makes me phlegmy. And
Okay.
stomach problems.
What else you got?
Last question that I
Okay.
took out of the 100. Do you start eating a muffin before you unwrap the little muffin sleeve or after?
Ooh, I actually like this question.
I know, actually.
I don't. I think you know what? I keep the wrapper on at first. First couple bites.
So what do? You go like this?
I eat the top.
Like this?
Do it again. How are you eating that?
Hold on. I hand you a muffin.
Yeah,
Eat it.
on the side.
So you do.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
No,
I
because
go peel.
no. Oh, so you
I peel
unpeel.
a side. Bite.
That makes sense too. I feel like if I keep on the wrapper, or keep the wrapper on, I should say, I feel like it holds it together more and I'm making less crumbs. It's probably not true,
Okay.
but that's why I do it.
I feel like I also eat it with my hands. Like I break it apart. It's not a cupcake.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, you could break it apart too. That makes sense. The best way to eat a muffin, honestly, is to cut it in half first. And then you enjoy the muffin.
I saved the muffin top for the last bite, Martha
No.
said.
See, don't save it for the last bite.
Oh, Lisa, same thing, and Jen, same thing. And
What?
they're bakers.
Saving the muffin top. Here's the key. Just eat the top.
That's a whole thing. You can buy them, muffin tops.
Yeah. Why the bottom, even with cupcakes, once you get the frosting,
No, because you need the bottom ratio because that's too much frosting. I'm
not.
I'm a big smashing the cupcake. I take the bottom off and I smush it on top and eat it like a sandwich.
what?
You know the trick? There's got to be a cupcake in this office. You take the bottom of the cupcake.
Are you 6?
No.
How old are
No,
you?
that's a smart adult thing. And then you take it off and then you smush it on the top of the icing and you go bite. Because then if not, you're biting into a cupcake and getting icing on your nose. The ratio's not great.
Let's see. Apparently, Lisa said yes. Anne Hathaway did this on the Kelly Clarkson show.
been
Someone
doing
else
this
said,
forever.
let's see. Someone else said they do that in the chat. This is a real thing.
You've definitely seen me do this, and you've yelled at me for it, I believe.
I don't remember this at all. That's how I eat cupcakes, says Deborah.
You're missing out, bro.
Jordan
You and your
Puyallup.
little muffin nibbling over there.
I think that's too much. That's too much cake for the frosting. I'm a frosting fan.
Okay.
So I eat the top, much like I would eat the top of a muffin. I eat the top of the cupcake with the frosting, and I'm done. The cup, whatever's in the cup, that's garbage to me.
But I'm telling you, you'll start liking cupcakes more if you do it this way.
I guess I'll try it out.
Danielle, everyone's saying Danielle posted about it recently.
Oh, interesting.
That's funny. Yeah, I've been doing it for years. I learned it at Elvis' show.
I've never heard of this before.
Happy birthday, Amanda.
Oh, we got a birthday in the house? Happy birthday, Amanda. We have to celebrate.
that?
That's like the longer version. Here, I can keep it up.
I thought there were kids talking.
It kind of sounds like that. There's a new song. I actually don't even know if it's new. Someone put it in their Instagram story recently that I saw, and it's like an R&B style song. I was like, wait a second, this sounds super familiar. And they use a sample. I'll do this on my Instagram story later so that we don't get like flagged here. So if you care, you can check it out. It sounded super familiar, and it's actually an Arabic song that my cousin Michelle introduced me to because it looks like it's my whole dad's side of the family as like the Partridge Family singing because it's an old song.
I've seen this video.
And the R&B sample takes the hook from that and splices it into their song. It's very interesting.
I'll say something about that in a second, but
Okay.
also that's like Jay-Z, Big Pimpin', right?
Yep, there's a handful of hip hop and R&B songs that have Arabic that are from Arabic samples.
The book I'm reading right now is called Hit Makers,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the science and research behind why things are hits, not just music. Like
Yeah.
why people like the things that they like.
How much of it is just timing?
A lot of it is right place, right time.
Yeah.
But the part I'm on now is how there has to be a familiarity. My throat won't let me do that word.
Familiarity?
Yes, to everything. Almost everything, there needs to be a part of it where
Yeah.
we don't, if it's completely new, it almost doesn't work.
Yeah.
There has to be something, or if it's not, there has to be every other box basically needs to be checked. And proving that, okay, that song, even if it was not in America,
Yeah.
it did well somewhere. Something about it people like, people sample. And that's why there's so much sampled music. Like almost every beat you hear today, at least it may not have been exact, but maybe the chords from something else. Like I've recently learned this. Mark Ronson posted this, the producer.
Yeah.
Dance the Night Away from the Barbie movie. Chords in there are the same chords from Uptown Funk.
Oh.
You don't have to pay Uptown. It's just part
Well,
of
he
the
made that
chord.
song, too,
right,
so
but
that
also,
helps.
and it's so fascinating. I'm like, huh.
That soundtrack is very fun.
Yes.
There are a lot of really good songs on that soundtrack, especially the parody song by Sam Smith. It's like it's about Ken.
I don't. In the movie?
No, hold on. Where's the? No, it's not in the movie. It's in the soundtrack though.
Well, familiarity.
Sam Smith.
Can you make me say that word?
Barbie. soundtrack. It's called
I hope I never have to say that on the mic.
Man I Am.
Oh.
Man I Am is a lot of fun. So check that out if you want to. Also, if you feel like checking out that Arabic song,
What's
if you
it
care. I don't know what it's called. You're going to have to message me on Instagram, and I'll find the link, and I'll send it to you. Also,
Familiarity.
I've learned we're now at that age where we actually recognize all of the samples that are being used in, like, current music, and it's weird. Because this is what my parents felt like when I was in high school. And they'd be like, oh, well, this song sounds like a Bee Gees song or whatever. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it
It's
one
cyclical. I can say that word. Familiarity.
Okay.
Still doing it wrong.
bit. Whatever. It is time for us to get out of here. Carla Marie, we do have some meetings today, so we can't stay too late. But don't forget, as long as everything works, Thursday's show is the Soul Reader show with Amanda.
Yes.
Correct?
Amanda
And
Ryger Green.
If you haven't listened to Carla Marie's podcast with Amanda yet, you can do that where?
Anywhere you listen to your podcast. It's called Soul Sessions.
All right. So Soul Sessions, that's the most recent episode she's got out? Or she posted
Great
one?
question. I don't know.
It's recent. It was 2 weeks ago, I think, that they posted it, right?
Yes. Claire just put the document in there. If you would like to possibly be a caller while Amanda's on, there's a chance she will be able to do a reading for you. But keep in mind, if you, I would listen to my soul session first if you're unsure, because personal things will be said.
All right. Well, where's the screen here?
Familiarity.
Until Thursday, thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget, there are new episodes of the Morning Show podcast available wherever you get your podcast. Today's a pretty good episode. We'll have one for you tomorrow as well. Peace out.
Peace out.